What's so fascinating about this incredible fight scene between these two women is that it takes place in a very tiny area. First of all, I mean, I've probably seen this scene a gazillion times. It still, to this day, makes me laugh hysterically, no matter what. I remember when Sally showed it, I can remember hearing her cutting it constantly, but I remember the first time she showed it and when she did the split screen. When they first start running, when Uma gets up and starts running, and Daryl starts running towards her, and just as they crash, the screen splits and they fall to the ground. And it's taking something that we're familiar with, the fight between the good guy and the bad guy, and kind of turning it on its head by having these two women. There's a lot of humor that's inserted into this fight. There's the fact that you're in these tiny little quarters and they're fighting with these giant swords. And there's one point when Daryl Hannah goes to take out the sword and she can't unsheath it because the ceiling's too low. And just what two women would kind of do when they fought with each other, which is, Uma picks up the horrible can of Michael Madsen's tobacco juice laden whatever and throws it in Daryl Hannah's face, and the fight stops for just a brief moment, but it's believable. Well, the sound, and it's something that I've said a million, sound was so important to Sally. And it's amazing how she did it and how much, it was something that I really learned from her, I have to say, is utilizing sound in editing. And how much it makes the edits move better. It adds so much to your edits and is a character all unto itself. It was something that, as anybody who was one of Sally's assistants knows this, you did a lot of sound work with Sally and you were really designing the sound. And she was very specific as to what she wanted and where she wanted it. It's a woman's point of view, in a way, of this fight. And the humor is just so wonderful. And at the end, when the bride plucks out Elle's eye, so now she has no eyes and she's blind, and she's thumping around and dragging and going. It's so much better. And just her, going, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I want. And the last shot, actually the next to the last shot, when the bride kind of walks by and the black mamba is still there and just does almost that, in a way, sort of feminine at the end. Yeah. Sally was very nurturing with Quentin. And then she would be so excited by him. I mean, he would just come in with all these ideas. It was fun, just constantly fun. And they could change things and move things and do all these things that make it an incredibly creative environment. So it's, the dream. The dream of any person who works in this industry, or certainly in a creative field, is that it can always be creative. I think they had such enormous respect for each other and a real genuine love.